Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Selly, and while I was down in Florida taking care of the Miami Boat Show and Spencer was up here taking care of the New England Boat Show, the team has been hard at work getting projects taken care of. So I thought it's time, let's do another shop walk. Let's showcase everything that's going on, we've got going on here in the shop. We're gonna start with Craig. He is working on this brand new Maycraft. Brand new, fresh out of the factory, and it is getting a full Simrad install. As we look up there, I think you can kind of see the brand new radar. And then as we make our way up here, the lighting's not the best, guys, I apologize, but we're putting in a 16-inch Evo 3, and then we're also doing the autopilot there and going to tie that into the brand new Suzuki back there. So we've got the new autopilot pump. We got to get that all plumbed in, run new hoses, and get all that secured in nice and neat, and make it serviceable down there with valves and everything so that it is really nice and ready to go. So that's this boat. Now let's hop over there. We've got not one but two Southports in the build, so let's go check those out and see what's going on with those. All right, so now we're gonna hop on board the Southport 33 FE. Now the last time you guys saw this, we were working on the hardtop on it. Well, there's been a lot of stuff getting added to this. We've got all the Lumishore goodness, we've got a lot of JL, we've got our Fleer, we've got more JL. So let's go ahead, let's hop on and let's see everything that's going on there. Before we hop on, you're gonna notice the cowlings are off of this. This has got the Yamaha 425s. Why are the cowlings off? If you're gonna do Lumishore, you gotta do the lighting for the cowling, right? So we are doing the engine light cowling as well. So you'll see we've gone ahead. The cable is actually run out there with a Deutsch plug on it. So that way, easy service. Whoever's gonna service this, there's enough of a service loop, they can lift that up. There's a Deutsch plug, quick connect, quick disconnect, very easy. Now you see here, I've also gone ahead, we've got our stereo wiring diagram all set up for the team as they are getting all of that set up and getting the full JL package on this like we talked about before. This is getting a pair of the 10s. We got one on either side. We got an M677 there, matching. We've got M677s there. We've got another pair of M677s up front in the hardtop. And then if we take another peek up forward up there, another pair of M6s up there. And let's see if we take a peek further up front, guys, you can kind of see as we make our way forward there is another M6 10-inch sub. So this boat is absolutely going to rip as far as the audio goes. So the audio can also be tied into the Apple TV that also plays on the Garmin 8622s. That's right, this boat's getting a pair of the Garmin 8622s on it. We also take a look on the hardtop as this is all getting wrapped up. We've got our dual row rigid light bar. We've got our Phantom radar. We've got our Fleer M300. Then we've got our Taco Marine electric antennas right there. So push button up, down for low bridge clearance. Then there's our mushroom farm. And then last but not least, a Starlink antenna with a great unobstructed view facing aft for the sky. So that's going to have a really good view of the sky. That's going to give us really good reception. So now as I hop on down here, and we're going to continue to kind of make our way around. Like I said, guys, full JL audio on that. All of that's getting run. All those wires are being run. Now we start to make our way around to the console. Now the last time I talked about this boat, I said it was going to get a TV down here and with Apple TV, because like I said, we've got a whole new seating kind of bunk area there. Well, there it is. A 32-inch TV has been put there. So now we've got air conditioning, Apple TV, Seakeeper. So it's going to be actually really comfortable down there. It's got its own inverter. It's running lithium. So we got all of that taken care of. So that's happening there. And then as we make our way to the helm here, guys, we're going to take a look up in the overhead. You're going to notice there's some of the new Lumishore downlights. Those are the DL65s. They've been upsized. And if you look here, guys, millimeters. At best, millimeters to spare. We have a pair of the 8622s installed on the helm. On the lower helm there, we've got our Yamaha vessel view, and then we've got our Fusion stereo right there, and then we've got all of our card readers for both displays right here. And as we make our way back, this is actually where the audio is going to live. It's got to kind of share its space with all of these chargers and converters. We had to go ahead, actually, right there, you're going to see, we had to drill another hole in the deck. Why did we have to drill a hole in the deck? Well, we got to run all the RCA cables from the head unit back to the amps. So now that's that's a big chunk of wire. So we're gonna go ahead, we've got that, we're gonna get that all sealed up and done up, but we had to drill a hole just to make the wire run easier. Speaking of wire runs and getting everything done, let's take a look under the dash here, and you're gonna see we had to do a lot of rearranging to get things installed in here. I mean, all the way down to the plumbing for the cup holders. You see there's our Starlink stuff right there. We've got more of our fuse panels. Everything's nicely labeled. So we've got all of our Lumishore lighting. We've got all of our Lumalink controls. Then we're going to also be using the triggers from the Lumalink so that we can repurpose some of these switches on the dash here from this new wired dash right there. So we've got that also going on. So there's a lot going on this boat. It's in the home stretch. We're looking to get it on the water next week. We'll do some performance runs with it. We'll check out the Starlink. How does that all work? The Siren Marine, that's getting installed on here. Make sure that's all online. And then when that's all done, I got to go jump on the Kerosene Canary and head south and meet this boat down in Lauderdale with Woods Yachts to go ahead and get the commissioning and Confident helm done. So we're going to have a lot of content on this build once it gets all wrapped up. I just wanted to showcase some of the cool stuff that we have going on there. So now, if you haven't got sick of me yet and you haven't like zoned out, let's hop over to our next build in store right here. And this is a brand new Southport 33 DC. So let's go hop over there and see what's going on with that one. All right, so on the DC, this boat also has a lot going on. This is getting the full Navtronics treatment. If you guys look behind me here, you're gonna see that this has the outriggers from Taco on there. They're all set up, but you're gonna notice, guys, they're kind of inboard. Why are those inboard? That's because this boat's got a sure shade as well, so that's gonna be retracting out, so we had to kick the outriggers inboard more. So that's going to kind of put a little kink into our install plan here right out of the gate on day one. We also need to get VHF antennas. Well, VHF antennas have to be inboard of that, right? Because if you're going to swing your outriggers out, you can't have the VHF antennas in the way. We're using Taco Power antenna mounts on this as well, so they're going to be able to retract back down. But now we also need to put a mast right back there. What is that mast going to get? Well, that's going to get a 24XD and a FLIR M300. So we've got that going on there. So now we've got to get all that in consideration, as well as the normal mushroom farm of everything, as well as the PepWave cell phone antenna, so the boat's Wi-Fi can also be set up on here as well. So we've got a lot. Right out of the gate, day one, we hit a roadblock, and now we're going to make some adjustments and redesign and get this thing all squared away. So that's just the hardtop. Before we've even dug into anything, that's the hardtop on this one. So as I go ahead and hop down, you're going to see in the speaker cubbies there, the speakers have been removed. Those have been taken out. This is also getting the full JL package. That means we're doing M6 speakers throughout. Forward are getting a pair of 7.7s. We're getting a 10 up in the bow. It's going to do a 6.5s in the front of the hardtop here. The aft section of the hardtop here is going to get another pair of 7.7s, and then right here, actually in the wet bar, is going to be a 7.7. I think we're going to do that kind of down low, and then back there, you can see it's already taped off. We're doing a 10 and a 7.7 there. So this is going to have a really good JL system. You're going to have good sound all throughout the boat. It's kind of one of the flaws we've noticed on these DCs is the aft cockpit kind of gets left out. So you end up turning up the volume so you can hear it back here. Then you're getting blasted out up there. So we're doing speakers back here now. So we got that going on. We take a look. We've got Mom Spaghetti, right? Everything blown apart. We got Napoleon Bonaparte here. Everything's getting all blown apart. We got cable runs already happening. We're getting everything set up. You can tell TJ's working on this boat because we've got the nice long list here of everything that's got to get done, as well as the full build sheet as well. So we've got all of this stuff happening here. So yeah, this one's going to be a fun build to get all wrapped up and get taken care of as well. So, oh yeah, and this is also getting Lumishore underwater lights. So that means we're doing 403s, which are the through hull for the midship. And then we're also doing the transom mount underwater lights. We're doing engine lights. We're doing, I think every light basically is going to be Lumishore on this boat as well. So that's it, guys. That is the walkthrough in the shop for everybody. That's kind of what's going on. The team is hard at work. TJ, Corey, Ian, Shannon, Craig, everybody is hard at work getting all of these projects done. I can't say thank you enough to all those guys for making all of these things happen. I know they want to strangle me every time another build comes down the line because we just keep adding more stuff, but they keep stepping up and knocking it out. So That's it. That is the shop walk. That's everything we've got going on right now. You want to know more about any of these builds? Leave it down below in the comments. Also, you know the spiel, but I got to do it anyway. Give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube to stay up to date and in the know. We got all these shop walks. We got Sundays with Sally every Sunday at 10 a.m. And yeah, that's it. So there you go, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.